Hi guys, welcome to another math mini lesson. I hope you guys are doing okay with all of these assignments. Hopefully these videos are gonna be giving you guys some help in terms of like a review of things. And then also because I know we didn't cover this topic yet in class. We hadn't gone over, the bar graphs we hadn't gone over, but this video is for the break apart strategy for multiplication. And actually, thankfully, we have gone over this. So we already did this with Eureka. This video or this lesson mostly covers breaking apart arrays. And we did this in Eureka when we had like a mega array and we broke it into, remember, like the chocolate and vanilla. And we basically just broke it into two smaller arrays. And so iReady is saying that if you have a big array, this lesson basically says if you have a big array that you don't necessarily know the number fact on the top of your head, like 8 times 7 or something like that, but you know 5 times 7, then you can figure out 8 by adding another 3 to those 5. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'll go through the lesson here so that you can see it on my computer and walk you through some of the questions. I won't give you answers for it, but I'm hoping that my little screenshots up here of the questions I think are good to go over will help with this lesson, help you guys get a good understanding of the skill. So we're doing the break apart number to multiply. And again, this was somewhat of a review from what we went over. So I like this screenshot because it shows the two different ways. You have Sweet Tea over on the right who says, I like fives. So he knows his fives facts. He wants to break it apart into fives, which it doesn't show it right here, but it did. He broke it so that he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 4, and then he added another 4. This girl, I forget her name, but she likes doubles. So she wants to split it in half because she knows her doubles. So in this case, she has a 4 times 3 and a 4 times 3. And she knows her doubles, 12 plus 12. She can add that easier. So it totally depends on how you want to split it up. But this lesson is going to ask you a couple of different ways that you could do that. So let me X out of that one. I froze it here because I wanted to actually, let me not do that one quite yet. Okay, so this one I like, and I froze it here. This was on the quiz because it's asking which two products can you use to find it. So in this case, you have a mega array of 9 times 4. And you want to split it into a smaller one. So what I would recommend doing is you could try each of these just by making a mark on your computer, like a fake mark with your mouse and seeing which one adds up. But you can just double check like this. So if I have 9 times 2, I would only go 2 across. So this would be 9 times 2. And then also 9 times 2. So if I have 2 nines and another 2 nines, do I then have 4 nines? I do. So in this case, this would be the answer. If I look at it just by looking at, okay, I'm multiplying nines. That's what number they have in common. So they have nines, but how many nines do I have? I have 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 equals 5. And I don't want 5 nines. I want 4 nines. So let's go to the next one. 9, again, is the common factor. How many nines do I have if I add these two together? I have 2 nines and 1 9, which means I'd have 3 nines. Not the right answer. And then also this one. I have 4 nines and then 1 9. And that equals 5 nines. And I don't want 5 nines. So in this case, you can do it by visually looking at it, or you can do it by looking at which number is in common and counting the 2 plus the 2. I did a little visual for you guys. So in this case, if you have like 3 times 8, you want to find what the common number is first. So in this case, how many 8s do you have? This is backward. It says hard with my finger. I have how many 8s? I have 3. How many 8s? Here I have 2. So what number plus 2 will give me this 3 right here? 2 plus a 1 would equal this 3. So it's always good to look at what you have in common first. You have these in common. So then you know that the remaining two numbers need to equal the leftover number. So in this case, the nines are the same. Nines are the same. Nines are the same. The remaining numbers need to add up to the number that you're looking for. So it depends. If you'd rather have a visual or if you'd rather use your numbers, you can do it either way. The next freeze frame thing I want to show you on my screenshot is this one. You are able to split it. It says Talia worked 4 hours every day for a week, and there's 7 days in a week. How many total hours? You can do it by multiplying 7 times 4. If you know your math facts, boom, you're quick, you know it, you can type it in. You can also split it. You can split it in half like she did, like the girl did, right in half because she knows her doubles. Or you can split it like Sweet Tea did at the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because he knows his 5's facts. If I wanted to split it at the 5, this would be 5 times 4, which is 20. And then I would add the other 2 4s, which is 8. 20 plus 20 plus 8 is 28 hours. So there's multiple ways that you can do it. You can split it here. You can split it here. But the one on the quiz that does ask for that, it is 7 times 4, which is the 28. So it shows you there's multiple ways to break apart that array. And then the last one actually, I have 2 more little tips for you. So this is actually a breakdown of this exact thing. So you know that you see a times 8 here, a times 8 here, and a times 8 here. They all have 8s in common. So I know that this number and this number need to add up to this 3, the number that's not the 8. So you can think about like cross out all the 8s because they're all in common. Cross it out, cross it out, cross it out. What's left? A 3 and a 2. I need something plus 2 to give me that 3. And in this case, it's 1. So I think it's helpful to always look at the number you have in common. Common and common. 8, 8, and 8. I need to get to 3. How do I get to 3 with a 2 already? I need a 1. So it's kind of like a puzzle in a way. It's a little tricky, but I know you guys got it. The last thing I want to show you is similar to that one. Which one shows a way to find 7 times 6? I actually thought this was hard for the tutorial part. It's not even on the quiz. But in this case, it has 7 times 3 and 7 times 2, or 7 times 3 and 7 times 3. And I wanted to show you this one because it can be confusing if you let it be. So in this case, you have a 7 in every piece of the puzzle. Just like the 8 I showed you, the 7 is what's in common. So you can just cross it out, and you need your remaining numbers on this side of the equals to equal a 6. So I know it's not the 7. I'm going to ignore the 7 for a second. Actually, I think I can try this pencil tool. So I'm going to cross out my 7 because it's the same in every single one. I can cross out my 7 here. It's the same in every one. And I want to see which ones equal the 6 that I'm looking for. If I have 3 7s and 3 7s, does that equal 6 7s? 3 plus 3, 6? Or 3 plus 2, 6? And I'm adding them because of this sign right here in the middle that has a plus. So don't worry so much about the times. If you want to do it the times way, you can. You can multiply, like, I know this is, whoops, I need my pencil. I know this is 14 and this is 21. 21 plus 14 would give you the answer. You could do it that way too. And I know this is 21 and this is 21. That will also give you the answer. There's multiple ways that you can do the break apart strategy, but what I think is easiest, especially for something like this question, is to look at the factors that you have in common. Pencil. You have the 7s in common. So how do you get to that 6? You need 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 3. And in this case, it'd be this one. So I know some of you guys might like the visual way better. Some of you might, you guys see my class tag notifications. Some of you might prefer a certain way, and that's fine. But I just wanted to show you kind of a visual and some strategies for how you can think of this break apart strategy. Good luck with your break apart. Practice your math facts. It will get only easier from here on out. Practice what you can. And if you have any questions, please let me know. and I'm happy to help you. Bye, guys.